in Orlando, Florida. Coming up, the AFC looking to make it 3 in a row as they square off against their rivals from the NFC. I'll be back at halftime, but first, let's get you downtown to Camping World Stadium. Standing by our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Excitement, well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. That's fielded in the end zone. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Wilson, and complete to Zach Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Now on 2nd down, this is good. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Wilson. He may try and run for this. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson now to throw again. Dancing to his left. And finding the tight end Hooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Throwing is Wilson, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the NFC takes it all the way down the field to score on their opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on fourth down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That'll be complete to Cook. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Running the jet sweep, Landry. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
First carry for James Conner. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Hooper. 25 yards that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the NFC adds on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Roses to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Back out is the AFC offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to his running back Connor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Hey, 43, 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this will move the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made at the NFC's 41-yard line. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Going underneath for Gordon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And we'll...
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
Automatic first down.
Right there in the middle. 55.
They run. It's Gurley. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Wilson, they'll roll him out right. Looking deep for Julio, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson out to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out, and that's picked up by the AFC. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Wilson. Steps away. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now Wilson rolling to his right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Being chased out left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. Underneath for Gurley. He's 10 yards short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
23 yards on the play. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Wilson, caught by the tight end Ertz. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson, and an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Alvin Kamara. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside, who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he will have a touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. Mahomes finding his fellow Chief Hill for the AFC 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd. As he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. And this is going to be recovered by the Hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the move to his left. Looking downfield for Joe. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.